Boo! At the open, our all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad like she fine as I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-Wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the thunder, open up some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETLs, making profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. and I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up watching them cans, make profits. While I'm still in my same making profits. They used to watch me move them packs. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing, dog? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profits. That TTG money gang, making profits. We some snipe.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward Paranati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. In case you guys did not know, we were actually the Benzinga FinTech Chairman's Award recipient for Best AI Analysis Tool last year. Just a couple of months ago, we actually received the Best AI Analysis Tool at the Benzinga FinTech Awards. There is the award itself. And my business partner and I actually in New York City up on stage receiving that award. There we are. As industry leaders are taking notice about with what we are doing, integrating AI technology into retail trading to make your life simpler and to increase your chances of success. But True Trading Group is not just about awards. We are the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, we swing trade. We also cover long-term investing. There is literally something for everybody here at TTG. Now, you might be wondering why the hell you should listen to anything it is that I discuss on this YouTube channel. Maybe you're not a Yankee fan like I am. That's not the reason why you should pay attention to what we discuss. It's also not because I think I'm the world's greatest trader. The reason why I should pay attention to what we discuss on this YouTube channel is because I did not figure this stuff out on my own. I was trained by professionals on Wall Street. My first job out of college working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City, where they had me go through an educational training program before they let me touch a dollar of the fund's money. Then 2008 happened. That was the Great Recession, the big stock market crash, but also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, and I'm the co-founder and head trader of TTG, and along with my team of 8 other professional full-time trading mods and an over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of members from all over the world to reach their goals. We have 10,000 members in 115 different countries, truly a global community here at True Trading Group. So if you guys are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to the right place. I go live on this YouTube channel multiple times throughout the week. I share with you positions that I am in, positions I'm getting into. I give you guys trade ideas, market commentary, analysis, and free lessons and golden nuggets that can help you guys all become better traders. If you want to take advantage and see all of the trade alerts, what the moderators and I are trading on a regular basis, receive our entry alerts, our exit alerts in real time. And these are things you're going to want to pay attention to because the moderators and I collectively as a group have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate on all of our executions of just around 80%, now going on roughly the last 6 years. Join our trial now. Go to ttgtrial.com. Enter your name, email, phone number, click yes, I want this, fill out the form, pay $3 and get your button chat. Yes, $3. It is a one-time payment. There's no automatic renewal. There's no automatic upgrade. There's no reoccurring fee. It is a one-time payment at $3. You've all spent more than $3 for a cup of coffee. That cup of coffee is not going to make you any money. This absolutely certainly can. So go ahead and join our trial now. The reason why we're going to charge you $3, we maintain a very high quality chat room during the day. There are thousands of people on that platform trying to just focus on one goal, and that's to make money. I will not jeopardize the integrity and the quality of that chat room by having people come in, be disruptive and distracting from achieving that goal. So if you guys want to come in, you want to hang out with us for 7 full trading days, be my guest. The weekends do not count against your 7 days. Holidays do not count against your 7 days. So you can join our trial right now today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. The markets are closed. Monday's a holiday. Those 3 days do not count against your 7-day trial. You get 7 trading days with us. Go to ttgtrial.com and see what all the buzz is about. All right. So there we have that big day in the markets today, guys. We had the markets had a pretty nice pullback over last week. And everybody was kind of like, oh no, is this the start of something bigger? And we talked about on Sunday night, I went live on this YouTube channel and we talked about Sunday night, what to expect this week, right? And if you guys caught my live stream on Sunday, or, you guys already saw this, but if you didn't, I'll recap it for you and you don't have to just take my word for it. It's right on this YouTube channel. You can go back and watch the last live stream and just click on it and watch what I had to say on Sunday night. Sunday night, we said that we believed that this week, the markets were going to gap down into and fill the election gap, which is right here. There's your election gap, right? There's the gap from the election. And a gap fill takes you back into the mid 570s, 576 area, 577. That's exactly what happened on Monday. There was the election gap fill, and then there's your bounce. That's exactly what we had discussed on Sunday night. We said fill the gap, then try to bounce, and then pause and wait and see what happens with inflation data. We said if inflation data comes in lighter than expected, look for a retest of the 50-day moving average. If inflation came in hotter than expected, we would target the 565 support level on the SPY. Well, what did we get between yesterday and today? Lighter than expected inflation data. PPI data yesterday, under expectations. CPI data today, under expectations on core, which is a really great sign because core is the stickier, more difficult part of inflation. And what did that do? That saw yields pull back. It saw the probability of a second rate cut this year go up because last week when we got the labor report, which came in stronger than expected, the odds of a second rate cut this year went down. That's why the markets went down last week. And it all kind of makes sense because coming into this year, we originally were expecting 4 rate cuts. At the December Fed meeting, which is this huge, massive red candle on December 18th, that all changed. Jerome Powell told us that they're not cutting rates 4 times in 25, that they anticipate only cutting rates twice. That's why the market sold off. And then you got the labor report last week, stronger than expected. And when that report came out, you saw the probability of even 2 rate cuts go down to where the markets were only pricing in 1. So you went from in a span of just a couple of weeks, the market expecting 4 rate cuts, only expecting 1. And that's why the markets went from 604 all the way down to 576 on that belief. On this day, we were expecting 4 rate cuts. This day, we were expecting 2. And then here into here, we were expecting 1. Then you get the lighter than expected PPI inflation. And then you get the lighter than expected CPI inflation. And today, we are now back to expecting 2 rate cuts. Right now, the markets believe that the Fed is going to cut rates not again until June, that your next rate cut or your first rate cut of 2025 is going to come in June, with the second rate cut coming in December. All right. And that's following today's CPI inflation data. Now, this takes us into a pretty big area in the markets. And we talked about this on Sunday's live stream, that I think that we're going to be range bound now as we head into earnings. That's something else that we have to talk about today because you had your banks kick off earnings. Wells Fargo, Citigroup, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, they all came out with earnings today and they were great. They weren't just okay, they were great. Wells Fargo is up 6.5%, flirting with a new all-time high. Citigroup is up 6.5%. JP Morgan's up 2%. Goldman Sachs is up 6%. Morgan Stanley is up 5%. So all of your banks with nice, strong moves to the upside today on the back of their earnings. We got to welcome Michael to the trial. Guys, everybody welcome Michael. Michael just signed up for our trial. Michael, I look forward to trading with you, brother. Guys, again, anybody else want to join our trial, just go right ahead to ttgtrial.com. It's only going to cost you $3. Again, it's a one-time payment. There's no funny business there. We're not going to charge you for an annual membership if you forget to cancel your trial. It's not the way it works. After your 7-day trial is over, it just expires. You never charge anything again. So go to ttgtrial.com, enter your name, email, phone number, click yes, I want this, fill out the form, pay $3, get your button chat. You've all got $3, so I don't want to hear it, right? You've all got $3. You've all spent more than $3 for coffee. And remember, that cup of coffee's never made you money. It probably burnt your tongue. Imagine if you guys are able to come into True Trading Group, trade with us for 7 days. Who knows? Maybe you'll make enough money to pay for an annual membership, and there you go. No risk. Get your butts on inside a True Trading Group, and let's start making some damn money together. There's a reason why companies like Benzinga, okay, are partnering with us. There's a reason why companies like the NASDAQ are partnering with us. In case you missed it, there's the Benzinga FinTech Awards. We received Best AI Analysis Tool at the Benzinga FinTech Awards. And we also signed a data partnership agreement with the NASDAQ. They actually invited my partner and I down to the NASDAQ to partake and witness the closing bell. And there we are actually at the closing bell, my business partner Adam and I at the NASDAQ. And then they celebrated by putting our company logo and name on their big screen in the middle of Times Square. There's a reason why industry leaders like the NASDAQ, like Benzinga, are taking notice of what it is that we are doing. There's a reason why 10,000 members from 115 different countries call themselves part of the TTG family. And that reason is that our members make money. If you don't believe me, don't take my word for it. Ask members themselves. Members, do me a favor. Type the number 1 in chat right now if you guys are making money and you're becoming better traders because of TTG. Very simple, straightforward question. Are you making money? Yes, type the number 1. Anyone that's not a member of True Trading Group and you're deciding maybe I should join the trial, well, if you're considering joining the trial, this should be the reason why you join the trial. Pay attention to how many people you see type the number 1. Because at the end of the day, all that matters is, are our members successful? And by successful, I mean, do our members make money? Are our members profitable? And all of these people are telling you that they are. So for a measly one-time payment of $3, you guys can see what this is all about. You can try it out for yourselves. See if you guys are able to make some money with us. Okay. See if you familiarize yourself with our platform. See the tools and resources that are available. See why we received the Benzinga FinTech Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. See why the NASDAQ has partnered with us. See why the CBOE, OpenAI, and all these other companies have their tools, their data on our platform within our tools and resources to help our members make more money, to help our members become successful traders. That's ttgtrial.com. Name, email, phone number, click yes, I want this, fill out the form, get your button chat. Okay. Look at that. Moose Market says, I make so much that my 21-year-old son just joined yesterday. That's incredible. There we go. A family that trades together grows together. We have to welcome Dion. Dion, welcome. Dion, welcome to the trial. I started with $3 trial. Now I'm a lifetime member. I love to see that. That's another, honestly, if you're trying to determine whether or not a trading group or platform is for you, you want to know what's a real big tell, aside from people making money, is how many people actually stay once they've joined. And we have a retention rate amongst our members that's well into the 70 percentile. Do me a favor. One last question, then we're going to get back to the charts. Guys, do me a favor, type the number 2 if you are a lifetime member or you've renewed your annual membership. Type the number 2. And then for those of you that are not members, think about this for 1 second. If you were to, let's say you join True Trading Group full time. Right now, I'm just telling you, join the trial, right? See what we're all about. See if TTG is right for you. But think about this. If you joined and you didn't make any money, would you renew your membership? Probably not. You sure as hell wouldn't spend thousands of dollars to become a lifetime member. So then you got to ask yourself, why did all of these people do those things? Well, you already know the answer because I asked that question previously, and that's because they're making money and they're having success. Just Patience says, my annual membership only lasted 2.5 days because I went ahead and became lifetime right away. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. Mike says, it's the mods. They are effing amazing. The mods are fantastic. Like I said, it's not just myself. There's 8 other professional traders that are full-time mods in TTG. We day trade, we swing trade, we trade stocks, options, crypto, and futures. There's literally something for everybody here at TTG. Renewed to lifetime after a 1-year lone wolf phase. There you go. I like that. Beautiful. Yeah, that's what it's all about, guys, right? That's what it's all about. So there you guys have it. Again, that's ttgtrial.com. Join us for 7 trading days, not 7 calendar days, 7 days that the market is open and trading is active. So Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, markets are closed, so those do not count against your 7 days. All right, so back on over to the charts, and let's talk about where we go from here. I was very specific with you on Sunday night when I went over, our expectations for the week, and if the inflation data came in light, recovering back into the 50-day moving average. But I think there could be a little bit more room to the upside, but I don't think there's that much. You see, what I don't think we're going to have happen is I don't think the SPY is going to be able to take out this resistance level at 601, 602. And follow me here. There's a little resistance. There's a little resistance. You broke above it, and then you tried to hold that level for support. Then the Fed meeting happened, and you sold it off. Then you rallied back with lighter than expected PCE inflation data. And when you rallied it back, that level then became resistance again. And then that level became resistance again, and you sold it back down to test your next support level, which is the gap fill from the the gap fill from the election. Now you bounce from here. You're into the 50-day moving average, which is this dark blue line you see on my screen that may act as a little area of resistance. But even if you take out that 50-day moving average, I don't think we're going to be able to take out that resistance level. So what I'm expecting to see here is a little bit of a consolidation where we had this wild, crazy volatility and price action, big bounce. Then I now think that you might see a period of consolidation where the markets might pull back in and then bounce back and then pull back and pull, I think you might see something that looks like this as you get into earnings. Okay. Earnings are starting up, right? They kind of kicked off today with all the banks, and that's where we made our money today. Today was a really great day for us. I came into the day today focusing on the financials and focusing on the banks, and they gave us great trades. Citigroup, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, they all gave really great trades today. The one that I jumped on was Wells Fargo. The watch list today was filled with banks. Wells Fargo, Citigroup were kind of the top billings for us. And we were able to catch over a 100% gain on call options on this Wells Fargo trade. Congratulations, all of our members that jumped on the January 24th expiration, $75 strike call option. That call option was entered at around $1 and ended up going to $2.28 or $2.35 on the day. I forgot what the actual high of that option was, but an over 100% gain for members. So a big shout out and a big congratulations. Again, you guys got to think about it. Even if you were just a trial member, you guys could have took this trade with us today, could have made over 100% gain in one trade. What would 100% gain do for your trading account? Probably get you to become a full-time member of True Trading Group, but I digress. TTGtrial.com if you guys want to start catching some of these moves. Let's take it on over to the charts and let's talk about why we went after these trades in the first place. One thing that I will teach you guys, and you'll learn as a member, you'll even learn this as a trial, is how to identify high probability trade setups. And there's two things that you want to look for. There is never a higher probability setup than when a fundamental catalyst coincides with a technical setup. I love when those scenarios happen. And the fundamental catalyst today for the banks was better than expected earnings and guidance. The guidance that those companies gave was actually really strong. You had a lot of revenue beats. You had a lot of EPS beats, but you also had the guidance was really kind of the big driving force behind the 5-6% move today that you got in all of the banks. Okay. So with the gap up today, because of that catalyst, I say to myself, I want to be long these stocks. I want to look for long setups. I want to look for a reason to be long. I'm not looking for reasons to be short. And this is very important because a lot of amateur traders really get themselves spun around and they flip-flop a lot. Where they'll look at an intraday chart and say, "Ooh, that's a bull flag. Let's go long." And you're like, "Oh, wait, that's a double top. Maybe it's a short." And then, "Oh, no, that's a bear flag. Maybe it is a short." And then, "Oh, no, there's a double bottom." And then there's there's a head and shoulders. And there's always going to be price action intraday that is going to give you an argument on, oh, this might go down or this might go up. You need to make your mind up. What do you want? Which side of the trade do you want to be on? Do you want to be long or do you want to be short? You got to think about it as if you were a juror and you're at a trial and the prosecution presents their evidence in their case and the defense presents their evidence in their case. And it's your job to determine which argument, which story, whose evidence is most compelling. When you're a trader, you've got to be able to look at the long side argument and evidence and the short side argument evidence and decide which evidence, which story is most compelling, which move, which direction is most probable. You can't flip-flop. Make up your mind based on the larger time frames, based on the overall trend, based on a fundamental catalyst, and then look intraday to find entry opportunities for that side of the trade and that side of the trade only. That'll prevent you from flip-flopping back and forth. It's a good long. Oh, no, it's a good short. And then you end up getting in and getting stopped out and all of a sudden the stock makes this big move and you have nothing to show for it. Because we got big moves in these stocks today and we've got a triple-digit gain to show for it. And you guys can start capitalizing on catching some of these moves. So we know what the fundamental catalyst was. Okay, so now let's talk about what was the technical setup. Well, let's take a look at the chart. And as we take a look at the chart here, we see a minor level that shows resistance, prior support, right? So this is a minor level. It's not a major level. And don't worry, you guys will learn, being part of True Trading Group, you'll learn the difference between major versus minor levels, right? We teach you guys how to determine that because you treat major and minor levels differently. So you guys will learn all that stuff. So when we gapped up today on Wells Fargo, we said we're going to look to buy pullbacks in to 73 because 73 is the support level. So essentially what we then do is we then say to ourselves, this becomes our buy zone. Above the support level becomes our buy zone and our stop loss is underneath it. So you wait for a pullback into your buy zone, enter the trade, stop loss is underneath the support level. And then you look for the capital, you look for the move to the upside. It's exactly what we did. So let's go over this. Let's leave, see this support level? Let's leave that line exactly where it is on the daily chart. And then let's go intraday to see what the stock actually did. So here we go. We gapped up and put in this big red candle. Now to the untrained eye, then you get another red candle. To the untrained eye, or to an amateur trader, this may not look like a really good long setup. As a matter of fact, an amateur trader is going to be very scared to buy this stock because it's going down. Well, guess what? You want to be buying, or at least I'm a conservative style trader, which means I like to buy pullbacks into support and like to short bounces into resistance. So I don't like to buy big green candles. I like to take profits into big green candles. I buy red candles into my support levels after I've determined that I believe that this stock is a good long at this buy point. And we pulled right into where? Right into here's our buy zone, right? There's our buy zone. We pulled right into it. So what did we do? We went ahead right here. I got in and I took the trade long right here at around 74 bucks. All right. So there's the entry. We took the trade long. Members jumped in the January 24th, $75 strike call option. And we had our stop loss right here underneath. So there's the entry. Here's support. And I'll make the stop loss actually red. So there's no discrepancy. The stop loss was red. Okay. So there's the entry, support, stop loss, right? And then what's the stock end up doing? It ends up holding the support level, our buy zone, and then turns back to the upside and then makes this beautiful move straight up through the highs of the day. Beautiful. Look at this beautiful move. And there's our entry. So what do we do then the rest of the day? We take a piece of profit here. We take a piece of profit here. We take a piece of profit here. And this is a beautiful trade. And by the time the stock got up to here at around 1:30 in the afternoon, we held on to this trade for a few hours. By the time you got into here in the afternoon, you're looking at a 100 to 120% gain on the call option. It was an absolute thing of beauty, stress-free trade, right? And that's the other thing you guys have to take. I want you to really notice here. Look at where my entry is versus a trader that has lower confidence, that is not comfortable buying a stock as it pulls back. That trader is going to wait until the stock moves higher, and they're probably not going to enter the trade until here because they're going to they want to see, oh, look, green, green, green. Now I feel okay to buy the stock. The stock's moving higher. But that's not how you get really good entries. And the better your entries are, the more profitable your winning trades are going to be, because you're going to catch a much bigger portion of the move and your risk reward is going to be much, much better. You're going to be getting in much closer to your stop loss, which means you can get a bigger position size and still risk an amount of money that you're comfortable with. And when the stock makes a move, you're going to be getting a much bigger percentage gain because you're in from a much lower price. But it requires confidence in order for you to buy a stock when it's going down. If you don't have confidence in your analysis, it's going to be very hard for you to pull the trigger even though the stock's going down. And how do you improve that confidence? How do you get that confidence? You become educated. You see what other professional traders are doing. You knew right away that this was my game plan. You saw right away when I entered my position. You guys get real-time push notifications when the moderators and I enter and exit our positions. Even if you can't be in front of your computer screen all day long, you guys get access to the mobile app. It sends you real-time push notifications. So even if you're not in front of your computer, you can follow along with everything it is that we're doing. 82% of our members have a full-time job. So this is how they're able to benefit from what it is that we do. Okay. So you guys will have access to all of this data, all this information in real time. There's no delay. And you guys get this too, even as just a trial member. You can download the app as a trial member. So go to ttgtrial.com and sign up for that 7-day trial, guys. Again, it's only a one-time payment of $3. No reoccurring fee, no automatic upgrade, right? Just a one-time payment of $3. That's ttgtrial.com. Right. And that's the difference, right? You can see that's the difference in you entering a trade at $73.80 or entering a call option at $1 versus entering the call option at $1.25. So instead of you buying $1.25, you should already be up 25% on your position. And my friends, that is a very big difference. It's a very big difference in your profitability. And it's a huge difference in the amount of money that you're going to make on the trades when you are right. Hey, I'm relatively new. Could you possibly do an example on Tesla? An example. What do you mean? An example of what? What exactly are you looking for an example of, Franek? Can you do an example? An example of what? I mean, I can show you, I'll show you like a trade setup, support and resistance. This actually was a trade today that was executed by one of our other moderators, Uni, who's been trading since 2009, another full-time professional trader. And this was a beautiful trade that I can go through and I can show you guys of resistance level that becomes support. And we can go over, we can talk about this. I'll show you. Again, we talk about support, level broken, level resistance yesterday afternoon, the gap up today, right? The gap up today, you break through initial morning high. Here's initial morning high. You break through it with a big surge in trading volume. Look at the surge in trading volume on the break through those highs and through that resistance. Then you look for initial morning high. And if what I'm saying to you, Franek, if what I'm saying to you is like over your head, don't worry about it. All of this language will become second nature as a member of TTG. Okay. You guys understand all of this verbiage. You understand what all these things mean very, very quickly once you guys become members. But initial morning highs and initial morning lows are major parts of day trading analysis and opening range breakouts. It's a very, very common textbook type of trading style and kind of indicator and level that day traders like to use. And there's certain things that confirm those levels, one of them being volume. So when you took out that level with a big increase in volume, it confirms the break of the level. When you have confirmation that the level is broken, you look then for that level to be support once it gets retested. So when Tesla pulled back in to get retested, it retested that prior level, right? And you also had your VWAP indicator, which is this orange line. You also had your VWAP indicator lining up there. That added and created a support level, okay? So what happens here is you go ahead and you end up taking the long trade right here. You take the long, and then you put your stop loss underneath that level. So again, I'll put the stop loss red. Okay, I'll put the stop loss red for you. So there's stop loss, there's entry, okay, in front of the level. And then you get this beautiful follow-through extension in the afternoon. Look at this move. You want to talk about risk reward. I mean, look at the risk versus the potential reward. I mean, look at how big of a move Tesla gave you. This was another trade. I personally did not take this trade. This is one of our other moderators took this trade today. Okay. And again, you guys get all of these trade alerts. Even as trial members, you guys get all of these trade alerts in real time when our members enter and exit their positions. Okay. So there you guys go. Again, if you guys want to join the trial, Frantic, you want to join the trial, ttgtrial.com. Right? That's ttgtrial.com. So those are, some key points and some key lessons that I wanted to share with you guys today. That Wells Fargo was the trade of the day for me. It's how I, that's where I made my money today. Those are the reasons why I went after that stock today. So now hopefully you understand why Wells Fargo was on my watch list today, why I decided to enter the trade when it pulled back into 74. And now you guys have a better understanding of the trading style that it is that I implement. But again, there's other professional traders that are mods in TTG that have their own styles. And I think it's important for you guys as beginner traders to have exposure to a variety of different trading styles to see which style makes the most sense to you and see what style works for you. Because just because a style works for me doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you. So that's why I think it's important that we always have different input, different analysis, different views, and different strategies from the professional traders that are mods at TTG. Very rarely will you ever have a whole entire trading day go by without, some banger trade alerts that go off because of the moderators that we have and the trading performance that takes place inside of our platform on a daily basis. Okay. That's why our members are successful. That's why our members are able to make money. It's the professional level of education that they receive, which is a simplified version of the training that I went through when I worked at a fund in New York. It's the tools and resources that are on the platform available for you guys to use that are award-winning tools. Like I said, we received the Benzinga FinTech Chairman's Award for Best AI Analysis Tool, right? These are award-winning tools. This is an award-winning platform that you guys are going to be, getting access to. And it's the moderators. It's the one-on-one mentorship, the one-on-one coaching. It's the 80% win rate on all executions. All of our trading activities uploaded from our brokerage accounts to the website. Every buy, every take profit, every stop loss, every green, red, every break even. It's all right there for you guys to see. We trade in what's called a tier trading strategy, which means when we are taking profit on our position, we sell our position in pieces. So we will always show you guys every single exit so you can determine how much of the position you would have been selling. Because, for example, if we get into the same trade and the stock moves higher and I sell 25% of my position and you sell 75% of your position, and then the stock goes higher and then I sell 75% and you sell 25%, we're not going to make the same amount of money, right? Because we're selling different portions of our position at different times. So that's why we show you every single execution so you guys can determine for yourself how you would have done managing the trade in the manner that you would. Brandon says, hey, Michael, I joined recently, completely new to trading. I'm going through courses right now. Is there anything else you recommend me to do at start to get the most knowledge? Brandon, first of all, welcome. Second of all, I commend you for going through the courses. The other thing that I would tell you to do, Brandon, is when you start trading, to trade on a simulator first, because you're going to naturally make mistakes as a beginner. So let's make those mistakes on a simulator. Let's not lose real money while we make mistakes, right? Let's not lose real money while we do that. So I would say go through the courses, watch the Trader Paloozas that are available to you on the TTG platform. And I would, ask questions. Like, don't be shy in chat. Ask questions to the mods. Ask questions to members. Members will help you. Watch the red to green workshops. Yeah, Brian, good one. Watch the red to green workshops. There's a lot of content. Watch the video library. There's 1,000 hours inside of our video library for you guys to go through. And just take your time, Brandon. There's no rush, right? Our membership is an annual membership. You're part of us for a whole year. So there's no rush. Do it right. Take your time. All right. Start off on a simulator. Mike, I'm so glad I joined. Before my 1-year anniversary, I was able to pay for full membership and reach important retirement goals years ahead of my employer plan. That's incredible. Mike, Boomer Vet. Listen, I know we all talk about like, what's our goal with trading? It's to make money, right? But really, money is a tool. what we all really seek is time. That's what we all really seek. And you gotta ask yourself, how valuable is retiring a couple years ahead of schedule? How much is that worth to you? You got to think about this. If I said to you, hey, you can retire 3 years ahead of schedule, how much would you pay in order to retire 3 years ahead of schedule? What would that be worth to you? You got to think about that. So congratulations for you. I'm an amateur trader and I'd love to join TTG. My best friend Smooth Brain is a lifetime member. Nice. Yes, Smooth Brain. Loyal member of TTG. Tony, dude, you got to join Smooth Brain. Tony, if you want to join, send a text message. Tony, if you want to join, send a text message, 1-888-621-2127. We'll get you hooked up and taken care of right now. If you're a friend of Smooth Brain, you're a friend of mine. Smooth Brain is a great dude. So Tony, if you're ready to join, you can text that number. We'll hook you up. We got to welcome David to the trial. David just joined. Everybody welcome David to the trial. Way to go, Jasmine. Made $4,000 today. Way to go, Jasmine. Way to go, Jasmine. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Blessed Hot Mess says, Frank, you will not regret joining TTG. The first live stream I watched, I thought, are these people bots? Well, I'm not a bot, and I'm one of these people now. No regrets. Amen. Amen. That's awesome. Beautiful. Yeah, guys. So again, it's ttgtrial.com. Anybody have any questions for me? Anybody have any questions about Wells Fargo? Anybody got any general trading questions that they want me to hit on? Trade Surge. It's not out yet. Monday. Trade Surge. Monday. Anybody have any questions for me? The world is your oyster. Eddie wants to know, where's the SPY go from here? Eddie, I'll tell you where the SPY goes from here. You tell me the winning lottery numbers for next week. Deal? Deal? Listen, where I think the SPY goes from here, I'm going to say that, like I said before at the beginning of the live stream, I think that we might be range bound here for a little bit. I think that we've got a resistance level here at 601, 602 that I don't think is going to be broken. And then we have a support level down here that I also don't think is going to be broken for quite a while. And we're in the middle of this range now. So you can see this trading action that you see here. This is the range that I believe that we're going to be trading in between now for the next couple of weeks. It's going to be the 590s and the 580s. So that's kind of the area that I believe that we're going to trade in between here as we get into earnings. And you might see a situation here where the markets trade higher when you have a good day of earnings and trade lower on a bad day of earnings. And you look back and all of a sudden you're a month from now and we're in the exact same place as we're in today. So that's kind of what I think. You're going to get roller coaster up and down and up and down. But then all of a sudden you look back a month later and you're kind of in the same place that you were. So if you close your eyes and went to sleep, you wake up, you're in the same place. But there's going to be a whole lot of money to be made and those ups and downs over the course of the next couple of weeks. When you set a strike price, do you have to wait for the strike price to hit before you can trade it? No. Patty, please join True Trading Group because you will learn how to trade options. That is not the case. You can trade any strike price that you want. You don't have to wait for the strike price to be reached. You don't have to wait for it to be reached to buy it. You don't have to wait for it to be reached to sell it. That's not how strike prices and options work. So Patty, please, at least join the trial, Patty. At least join the trial. That's ttgtrial.com. Oh, there you go. I just joined the trial. I believe that's David. So David, welcome, like we said. What are my thoughts on prop firm trading? Seems to be trending. I don't think that prop firm trading really makes sense. They take a percentage of your profit. All you're getting is their capital. I think that, but they'll make you add money to their account. They're gonna charge you thousands of dollars to pass their test before you get that buying power. It's not refundable if you fail. I think that you're better off starting with a small amount of money that you can afford, trading on your own, growing that account, and keeping 100% of your profits. That's what I believe. Leo Mania, welcome to the trial. We got to welcome Leo. Leo, welcome to the trial. Everybody welcome Leo. Welcome, Leo. Again, guys, that trial is ttgtrial.com. It's a one-time payment of just $3. Yeah, Lance, no worries, brother. Yeah, I just figure, everybody, because you see all these ads, right? You're like, oh, get a funded $200,000 account. Well, the way that works is you're gonna have to spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to try out, and prove that you're good enough to get that funded account. And then once you do that and you get that fund, even if you're able to pass, if you're not able to pass, you lose that money. You don't get it back. And then if you are able to pass and you get the funded account, it's not like you have a $200,000 account and you're just allowed to lose 200 grand. It's not the way it works. They'll give you, let's say, 200 grand in buying power, but if you lose $5,000, you're cut off. And that's what a lot of people don't necessarily understand. And if you make money with that $200,000 account, they're going to take 10, 15% of your profit. They're going to take that and you're left with the balance. And you still got to pay taxes on that on top of that. I just don't think it's worth it. I think you're better off growing the account yourself and trading for yourself. Yes, it is true, guys, that Hindenburg Research is being disbanded. This is something that I saw today. The decision to disband the firm was announced by Nate Anderson, who was the founder of Hindenburg Research. And he cited the intense nature of the work, and he plans to share insights and methodologies publicly before he disbands the firm. But it does look like Hindenburg Research is going to be disbanding. That is something that seems to be the case. And I think they just put out a short report on Carvana, if I'm not mistaken, just last week. I think it was their most recent short report. But yeah, it looks like that Hindenburg Research is disbanding. What do I think about the quantum realm after the recent news? I'm very bullish on quantum in the long term, but it's far too early for quantum stocks. 90% of the quantum stocks that you see go crazy are complete dog shit. They're total crap. Most of them are horrible companies that are not going to survive. Most of the stocks that you see moving right now in the quantum space will be down 50, 60, 70, 80% from where they are now if you look back at them several months from now. The one quantum stock that I like the most out of the runners is IONQ. I would not touch any of the others, QUBT, QBTS, RGTI, IONQ, LAES. None of those stocks I'm not interested in either one of them. They're trading vehicles, and they should be treated as trading vehicles right now only. There is just way too much speculative hype. I told everybody a week ago. If you guys have been on my live streams for the last 2 weeks, I told people a week ago that you should be selling these quantum stocks because this is a speculative bubble. And then what happened? The stocks dropped 70%. Right? RGTI went from $20 to $6. Now it's at 11. Right? QMCO went from 85 to 20. Now it's at 33. QUBT went from 26 to 7. Now it's at 11. QBTS went from 11 to 4. Now it's at 6. Right? Like, these are not good companies. And I think that a lot of them are going to be much lower than where they are now. It's very, very early for quantum. The news today is exciting, and it popped all these stocks back up after they just got their heads taken off. Last week, Jensen Huang at the CES made a comment saying it's way too early for quantum, that everyone's getting way too excited. You're at least 10 years away from meaningful quantum application, and all these stocks got cut 50, 60, 70% down in a matter of 3 days. Then NVIDIA announces today that they're going to hold a quantum day event for NVIDIA. And then you also had a note out from Microsoft. Microsoft sent a note out to their business clients talking about, preparing for quantum capabilities, and that companies should be preparing for that technology now to get a head start on it. And that news today is what popped all these quantum stocks. But I think it's still way too early for these stocks. I still do think they're going to trade back to the downside. And the only one that I would consider owning in my long-term portfolio is IONQ. We got to welcome Lewis. Lewis just joined. Everybody welcome Lewis. Everybody welcome Lewis to the TTG trial. Lewis, welcome. Everybody welcome Lewis. Newest member of the TTG team. Or TTG trial, I should say. Guys, again, that trial is only $3. You all have $3. So what do you guys have to lose? Go to ttgtrial.com, name, email, phone number, click yes, I want this, fill out the form, pay the $3, get your butt in chat. 7 trading days, not 7 calendar days. Saturday, Sunday, and holidays do not count against your 7 days. Yeah, $3 is for my coffee. Exactly. I can't eat. My coffee's $5.50. My coffee's $5.50 at Starbucks, man. Can't even get a coffee for $3. Nuts. We got to welcome Pamela. Everybody welcome Pamela to the trial. Everybody welcome Pamela. Are you saying Pam or Pan? Everybody welcome Pamela to the TTG trial. Again, that's ttgtrial.com. Any other questions for me? There's Smooth Brain goes, Anthony, join, dude. Yeah, Tony, we're waiting on you, Tony. Hopefully you sent the text. Guys, did Tony send the text message? Adam or Joe, do you guys know? He did. Excellent. Tony, so you sent the text message. I think you're talking to Luciano, maybe, or you're talking to Adam or Joe, or maybe you're talking to Luciano. We got to get your butt in here, Tony. Smooth Brain said so. And like I said, Tony, if you're friends with Smooth Brain, I like you already. Smooth Brain, I hope you're doing well, brother. And if anybody else has any questions about TTG or anything, or if you guys have questions about the membership or questions about the trial, whatever, feel free to send a text message to that phone number at the bottom of the screen. It's 1-888-621-2127. Do I think Tesla's going to go down? It always bounces when it hits 400. I mean, we were long today, Tesla, inside of True Trading Group. There is a little resistance level here around 430, 428 to 430. So you do have a little resistance level there. But, you know, I don't think it's going to go down enough to the point where I think like there's a good short trade to be had here. I think you could pull back maybe tomorrow or so, but I do think that there's a little bit more room there to the upside. Today was a really great trade. I think after today into this resistance, you know, you got to take profits into this 430, which Uni did today. And if you break 430, then you can see maybe a move all the way to 450. But I think you got to be prudent and take profits as the stock climbs. You think he's going to be any good this year? I think they'll be all right. I think they'll be all right. They're not going to be good enough to beat the Dodgers, that's for sure. Not unless they get another bat. SMCI, what do I think about SMCI? I think SMCI is just I don't think I think there's such better things to trade right now than SMCI. SMCI right now is not a good trading vehicle. you have a very obvious support level at 30, but I just don't see a setup here. I think that you're better off trading other stuff. I think there's better things to trade. We traded SMCI back in the end of October into November when the stock just got absolutely clobbered when Ernst & Young resigned as their auditor. But ever since then, I haven't traded this thing in a couple months. Amazon daily bull flag. Yeah, good eye, James. And it's a nice setup. We made some money on Amazon. Amazon was a long for us over the last couple of days. So we made some nice money on Amazon. The reason why we made some money on Amazon, and this goes right back to what we talked about earlier, there's previous resistance. Then you gapped above that level, support, and then you dropped back into that level, and you guys can see support, support, support. And then here's the 50-day moving average. That's this dark blue line you see on my screen, right? There's that dark blue line. There's that support level. So we went ahead and we got long. Right? We got long Amazon up right here on this day. We were able to capitalize on that nice little bounce to the upside. So this was a nice long trade for us. There still could be more room here. You have this nice downtrend line that you can look at. And I would say, any type of price action that, looks like this, you watch for a break out of that and for a continuation there in Amazon. I think Amazon is doing a nice job of consolidating above that prior high and above this 50-day moving average. And as long as this stock is above 215, you have to continue to look for the long on Amazon. I think Amazon is a long as long as that stock is above 215. So good eye on that one, James. I agree with you. We actually made money on Amazon long over the last couple of days. Pepsi long-term, Mike. Pepsi's a great stock, for the long term. It's gotten beaten up lately. The healthier, like the kind of the healthier version of stuff with the fat loss drugs and Ozempic and everything else. Pepsi kind of took a hit on the back of that, but it's a consumer staple. It pays a nice solid dividend. And I think that, Pepsi, I own Pepsi in my long-term portfolio. Pepsi, Coca-Cola, another one. They're very, very similar, but they're good. They're good stocks in the long-term portfolio for safety, consumer staples. I wouldn't be like overweight and own like a massive ton amount of them. And there's better things to own for long-term, but it's a nice way to diversify yourself a little bit. What does support and resistance mean? Frantic, you got to join the trial, man. You got to join the trial. That's trading 101. So support is just a price area that a stock cannot fall underneath, cannot fall below. Resistance is a price area that a stock cannot break above. So essentially, support is a price area where there's a ton of buyers that every time it gets there, the stock bounces. And resistance is a spot where there's a ton of sellers where every time the stock gets there, the stock pulls back in. So frantic, but please, frantic. I mean, seriously. I mean, that's as basic gets. Please join the trial before you even think about trading something like Tesla if you're not sure what support and resistance is. NBIS, I actually do like, Trade Surge. Yeah, I've actually been doing some research on NBIS, and NBIS is a new stock that is on my radar for sure. NBIS is one that's on my radar. I don't know, James. UPS pays a nice little dividend, but I'm just not crazy about that. I'm really not. Just not crazy about that. About UPS. I know it looks like, maybe it's trying to bottom. You see this double bottom right here. I mean, you're right. It's a good eye, right? Maybe you're trying to bottom here. This is a nice support level. So I don't mind the long, right? I don't mind the long against the 122 support. You can see back here in August support, and then December support, January support. I don't mind it. Now, bear in mind, there's resistance at 130. So you have support, broken. resistance, and then there's 50-day and 100-day moving average there as well. So you should be taking profits into 130 on the long. Could be potentially bottoming, but I mean, the stock is just in such a severe downtrend. You are at, this is a big support level. So if you're going to try the long, this is the place to do it. I will agree with you. This is the place to try this thing long if you're looking long. Okay, this is the level to do it. All right, but the stock has performed very poorly over the last couple of years. Could it be ready for a nice bounce back? Possibly. And if you're going to try it, that's the support level to try it off of. So great eye. Really great eye, James. Good technical analysis. All right. Well, folks, that's it. That does it for me. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the live. Congratulations to all of our members that had great days today. Thanks to, the Wells Fargo trade, the Citigroup, Tesla, Carvana, right? Beautiful. If you guys like what you saw here, if you guys are new, subscribe to this channel, right? We'll go live tomorrow at 4. So we'll go live tomorrow again. If you guys like what you saw here, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so you're always made aware and you're notified when I pop on these live streams, because we're sharing golden nuggets of free information and analysis and trade ideas on a daily basis. Join the trial if you guys want to trade with us and get the notifications of when we're in and out of positions. That's ttgtrial.com. It's a one-time payment of $3. You get 7 trading days with us. Enter your name, email, phone number, click yes, I want this, fill out the form, pay the $3. Again, it's a one-time payment. There's no automatic renewal. There's no automatic upgrade to a regular membership. No funny business. One-time payment of $3. You've all got $3. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Subscribe to the channel. Take care. Have a great night.